Everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Coco, and if this is your very first time watching one of my videos, welcome to my channel. I hope you stick around because I have a story time for y'all today. It's an oldie, but it's a good one. So pull up a chair or get on your bed, get comfortable, because this is going to be really good, you guys. So I'm just going to get into it. Now, this story is old. It goes back to when I was in high school. I was with my best friend one day. It was on a weekend, and we had been talking on the phone, and we were both bored. So she had asked if I could come over, and I asked my dad to drop me off at her house. So he dropped me off, and when I got there, and we had been just hanging around for a couple of hours around her house, and we had gone to the store next door and got some snacks and everything. We came back, and just goofed around, but we were still just bored. So she called her second oldest son's father, who was best friends with my two oldest kids' father, and they weren't doing anything really, but just, you know, doing some pharmaceutical activities, not using them, but preparing to distribute them. Yeah, that's getting deeper into the story. So if y'all don't know what pharmaceuticals are, street pharmaceuticals, you sure about to find out. So anyway, they paid for us to take a cab to this apartment building they were in, where they were doing their thing. We get there and get in the apartment, and I'm looking around like, okay, like, I'm really not feeling this. I really wasn't feeling the area. I mean, it was somewhere downtown. I don't even remember the street, but get in there and I'm just like, I don't know. It was one of those situations where, you know, you kind of should be like, you know what, I think I better go back home, or I need to get up out of here. This ain't what it is. This ain't popping. It was one of those. And by me being young and dumb, and my man being all up in there, and I was with my BFF, and, you know, I was just like, oh, it's not gonna be that bad, you know, we can just chill and hang out, you know, it's not going to be anything crazy, right? But I should have known that I was lying to myself because of the kind of place that it was and what they were doing there. Yeah, remember when I was back a few minutes ago, when I said street pharmaceuticals? Put two and two together. We figured it out. So we're just in there chilling. Time goes by, and we're just clowning around, cracking jokes, and people start to come in non-stop flow of traffic in and out the apartment. And then there's another red flag. A lady comes in there. She has this leather outfit on. She's acting all fidgety and looking around and cussing and snapping on people and threatening to cut people. And I'm looking at my best friend like, girl, we doing that to each other. And she's nudging me, I'm nudging her, and finally this lady leaves, and she leaves. More people coming back and forth. Then it slows down a little bit, and my best friend and her son's father go off into this closet and close the door. Now, they go off into a closet because it's four of us in the apartment. The apartment's in efficiency, and, you know, in efficiencies, there's no bedroom. It's just a room, a kitchen, a bathroom, and a closet. So they went into the closet and did whatever they was doing in there. So I'm sitting on the couch with my kid's father, my two oldest kids' father, and we're talking and kissing and, you know, doing all that kind of stuff. And in between kisses, I happen to look over towards the door, and I see the doorknob slowly turning, and I'm just like, no, I don't see that doorknob turning. But little by little, it started to turn even more, but it was still like really slow. So I'm telling my kid's father, I'm like, look at the door. And he's like, what you talking about, looking at the door? What do you mean? I said, look at the door. Look at that doorknob. So he looks at the doorknob, and I promise y'all, as soon as he turns his head, look at the doorknob. Freeze, get your hands up in the air. You know, it's a big ass gun in our faces, okay? my hands go up like I stole about $10,000 that was on fire. That, like, hot money was in my hands, okay? Flew up, I froze, bought the shit on myself. I'm looking at him. He like, oh, damn. He like, oh, shit. You know, I'm sitting there like, my dad's gonna fucking kill me. That's the only thing that I could get through my head, was my dad was going to kill me. Like, okay, well, I'm just gonna prepare to die. Because what else can I do? My dad's gonna kill me. Okay, he's gonna kill me, I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna be dead. Whatever. So, my best friend and her son's father come out the closet because they hear all the commotion. Then, you know, obviously, they had to, you know, throw their hands up in the air too, because guns all in their faces. So, I'm like, oh my God. I'm really about to go to freaking jail. Like, I'm going to jail. You know, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. My dad's going to fucking kill me. And if he doesn't kill me, if he doesn't get me out of jail and kill me, he's going to let me sit there and rot my life away because I was being stupid. Yes, I took my ass to a dope house. That was real smart. So, we all get handcuffed and they're going through our stuff and they all in my purse, looking at my pictures, asking me questions about my pictures, like just casual conversation. Like, I'm not sitting there handcuffed and, you know, about to go down for the count, you know. Then they run a check on me and everything comes back clean for me and my best friend. But nevertheless, we're still lined up against the wall. Me, her son's father, my kid's father. So then there's this customer that comes in. They let him in because, you know, they the cops. They want, you know, they playing along. They let him in. Then he ends up in handcuffs. He's an obvious, I mean really obvious customer. So he has to sit next to me. He won't stop running his mouth. He's talking nonstop, won't shut the hell up. They keep telling this man to be quiet. And the last thing they said was like, man, if you don't be quiet, we're gonna hit, you know, I'm gonna hit you with this flashlight. And I was like, oh, his customer blood ain't flying on me. I said, so, you know, I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna need you to shut the up. Because if they hit you with that flashlight and your blood flies on me, we gonna have a problem. I'm really gonna be in jail. Really, I'm gonna catch a whole nother case that don't have nothing to do with this. So finally he stopped talking. They ended up letting me and my best friend go. But her son's father, my kid's father, and the customer was still up there. Hours go by. We're freaking out. We're panicking. We don't know what's going on with them. Little do we know that it's some corrupt stuff going on up in that apartment now that they've let us go. And I forgot how we ended up getting back in touch with my kid's father, but somehow we ended up meeting up with him and they let him go because he was a diabetic. And I keep saying was because he died in 1999, so he's no longer living. But he was a diabetic and he started acting like his diabetes was acting crazy, so they let him go. They didn't want to have to deal with that. But her son's father was still up there. And we found out later on, I think like a couple of days later, that he had been up there with those police officers getting his ass beat. And not only were they beating his ass while he was cuffed, they had gone into his pocket and taken his money. He had over $1,000 on him in his pocket. They took his money out of his pocket and they kept it. And they do that to street pharmacists a lot because, like, let's be real, who the hell are they gonna tell? What they gonna say? They stole my pharmacy money, my drug money. They took it. No, they don't have anybody to tell. They do it all the time. But yeah, that, you guys, that day, oh my, you talking about playing your whole life out in front of you. It was one of them days because I just knew my dad was going to murder me, okay? And honestly, I felt like, well, maybe if staying in jail might be better than my dad getting me out, because if he has to get me out and I go home, oh baby, bye. It is, man, I'm sorry, y'all. Something, I'm so sorry for doing that, but it was really something in my mouth. I don't even know what that was, but yeah, it was just a crazy ass day, and that was a day that I will never forget, because it was just so, like, I just could not believe that I was sitting there. One moment I'm just, hey, what's up? And the next minute I'm like, going to jail. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. My dad's going to kill me. I'm going to jail. All I could think about was my dad's going to kill me. That's all that was crossing my mind. I was so worried about that, I couldn't even really concentrate on the fact that I was in a dope house. I was so worried about my dad killing me, okay? But that was my story time, you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. I can look back now and laugh at it, but then I swear, y'all, I promise, I really, for real, thought my dad was gonna come, get me out of jail, and kill me for being a dumbass. Like, that, y'all, that was dumb. I shouldn't have never stayed my ass there. I should have just hit it, like, I'm out. But even the lady in the little leather suit didn't keep me from leaving. All that shit she was talking still didn't make me be like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go home. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed my story time, and I will be uploading another video really soon. Talk to you guys later. Until next time, I hope you guys are having a really blessed day. And find something to be grateful for today. Wake up in the morning, find something else to be grateful for, and I promise you, your days will get better. Be better, stay encouraged, and keep your spirits lifted. Bye bye.